67% positive it's going to be off. Need some agua. And it is. Okay. They want to play that game. Hello, CIA. Welcome. Glad I finally made it on your list. Not sure what I did, but I hope it was epic. What is up, Animation? What is up, Collins? Hippity hoppity. Hello. And now let's try that. Okay, I think the audio looks good and synced up. What do you guys think? And I'm sure you are, CIA. I'm sure you're doing all you can for the country. What is up, Inc? Hey, Miriam. Hey, Sin. Dwan, it's not gonna stay. It is not going to stay. I can tell you that right now, buddy. But yeah. So, tell me what you guys think of the audio. Looks good. All right, cool. So, with that said, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the weekly reaction to UnOrdinary. This week, or last week, I should say, episode 200 was epic. It was okay. It was okay. It was not nearly as big as episode 100, I would say. What happened in episode 100? I can't remember. Point is, Noni, welcome. Last week, we started off with Keen in Vaughn's office. Basically just like questioning him and everything, like, why are you letting this happen? And we got confirmation with what a lot of the fandom is thinking, in that Vaughn wants students to learn from John, and so that way they can reform their society in the future. And considering how big a school Wellston is, I think that's a very smart plan, considering that they have the highest concentration of high tiers. So, you know, students from Wellston probably go out to do very big things in the world. For all we know, Arlo's aunt could have been a student at Wellston. Now she's a murderer. Anyway, but we also got Doc talking about how he's never really trusted Vaughn ever since he's been at the school. And I can't remember if Keon agreed with Doc. I know that Doc did ask him. And yes, Miriam. And then Sarah was also looking through some public authority records. And we learned Keon's ability. I believe he was a 5.2. And his ability is, I believe, memory recall. So we don't do thumbnails here. Let's just do a little flipsy backsy. So yeah, Keon is... We got Sarah remembering, like, everything that's been happening. Anyway, so 5.2 memory recall. I got it, guys. Anyway, so Sarah is trying to make her plans with how to deal and how to Shut up, Mike. I know I said Keen for in Vaughn's office. I said Keon for when he confronted them and shit. Anyway. So. Then, of course, John is not believing that the safe house is for what Remy said it was. Shadowflame, welcome. He thinks it's them trying to plot behind his back, which kind of makes sense. Then, unfortunately, Zeke did report back to him, basically lied to John to try and mess with him to get him to beat up Blake, it seems. But John is sending Zeke to mess with the safe house. And I believe that's where we left off. So, it does not show his stats. It just shows his level, unfortunately, Mike. Keon's level, I should say. But with that out of the way, guys. Shut up, Mike. But with the recap out of the way, we don't believe in thumbnails here. Let's go ahead. We'll jump right into this. So, here we go. All right, here we go. We're getting right into it, actually. It's Ison shoving something into Blake, just like a newspaper, and Blake's like, ugh. Anyway, look at this. Huh? I can't believe Cecile would publish something like that. And Remy shows up. She's just like peeking over Blake's shoulder. This isn't her style at all. I'll bet John forced her to do it. And Blake still has the scar, but it's not all the way across his nose. It's just like right under his left eye now. All right. And so Blake and Remy are just like... Anyway, Wellston Weekly. Top story. John has declared all Safe House members enemies of the school. And like I said, I'm not too big a fan of the idea of John sabotaging it himself. I think the message would have been much more powerful if he just let it fail on his own, because it's going to. It is going to. And Blake is like gripping the newspaper. What the hell is his problem? Why is he trying to make it so hard? Why is he trying so hard to take the safe house down? Ugh, I'm sick of him. Ooh. And Remy's just ... So this is what you meant when you said the safe house was gonna fail. UnOrdinary episode 201. Here we go, guys. That was a horrible... School bell ring, shut up. Hey, did you read about the article? Did you read that article about the safe house or whatever? Yeah, I don't know who John thinks he is. Sure, he's king now, but he can't control what clubs we join. And it's just a bunch of gray kids just walking around and chatting. Plus, how's he gonna know if we go or not? It's just a stupid article, and they're just empty threats. Yeah, but it's on the front page of the newspaper. Nah, still not gonna stop me from checking it out. Okay. Alright, students are interested. What's up, Ash? Guys, so... This is my friend Ash from the music stream, if you guys remember. He was the one playing bass and stuff. What's up, man? Hope you're doing good. I heard about the new job. Congratulations. I don't think I've told you that yet. But okay. So, students are interested, which no, that makes sense. I thought a lot more students were going to be skeptical. I know that Sarah's friends like Evie and Roland, they were more like, yeah, no, like that sounds fun. So yeah, this seems cool. It's nice. It is nice to see that students are actually interested. So room 224, safe house, and it's just got a little piece of paper with the drawing on it. What's up, Russell? Not much. We're just going over the chapter right now. ... And Remy's just, huh? People came after all, and there's about 6 of them right now. One of them looks like Sarah. One of them they're just shadow people. One of them kind of looks like Sarah. One kind of looks like Ison. One looks like Blake. One looks like Terrence. But yeah. Oh hey, the turnout isn't as bad as I expected. Dude, we literally spent weeks surveying. A lot of students wanted this. Alright, let's get started. And Remy just steps up. Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by today and welcome to the safe house. So she's just taking front and center. Then Ison and Blake to her right, and then Arlo and Holden are to her left. From now on, we'll be open all day, every day. I'm sure you've noticed that the school has gotten a bit more chaotic lately. We don't have a permanent solution for this yet, but while we work on it, you can come to the safe house and get away from all that. Ventus and Melee are here. And then there are so many people here. And then Terrence, Evie, and Roland. What is up, Kwaku? What's up? Stop by during your free blocks or after school. One of these gentlemen, or I, and she's like pointing to Blake, Ison, and then Arlo, will be monitoring this classroom at all times. We'll try to keep things calm and peaceful so that everyone can focus on whatever they need to. There are laptops for you to use, desks to work or sleep at, board games and card games to play. So we have Uno, Ticket to Ride, chess, Dungeons and Dragons, Hint, Terraforming Mars, I think, and Connect 4, and I can't tell what the last one is, but there are actual real-world games right now in this chapter. That's hilarious. And some nice comfy beanbags to relax on. And then we have Sarah and Cuntface reading books in the corner. You're free to do whatever you like here as long as you don't disturb the other students around you. Welp. And then people start chattering. That's it for the intro. Let us know if you have any questions. She's sweet. You can all stick around and hang out if you'd like. If not, we'll see you tomorrow. And the door opens and it slams open and Zeke's here. It's Zeke! And he's just like, he's a little scarred up. Looks like I'm a little late to the party. Oh, damn. Everyone's here. And they're all just kind of... Everyone except... Remy is looking kind of suspicious. Arlo's glaring. Ison and Blake are glaring. And Holt's just like, huh? I can't do shit to Zeke. He's much stronger than me. But it's fine because I've got John backing me. He took them all down single-handedly. So I've got nothing to worry about. Hi, Zeke. I didn't expect to see you here. And that's right. Remy's a dumb bitch who invited Zeke to help out. Are you also interested in joining us? Like I joined this stupid club? And we're just, huh? Alright, listen up, everyone. I'm here on behalf of our king, John. I know you all saw that warning in our school papers today, but that's okay. I've decided to be lenient with all of you. This is why Arlo was right. This is why John should have been careful with who he has in his corner. And we're just... question. John, why? I will be taking your names. So this is your last chance to walk out before you end up on John's hit list. And Sarah just opens up. She just looks up. So what are you all waiting for? Move along. Ugh, see you. And Arlo stops him. Puts his hand in front of him. Arlo, let her handle this. She needs to be the one to set the president for this club. ... And like, dude, you said John wouldn't find out we were coming here. Now look, he's sending people to take names. Well, excuse me, how the hell was I supposed to know Zeke was working for him? I don't know if I want to stay here anymore. Maybe we should just go. And they're just walking away as Remy just looks behind. Yeah, it's probably for the best to find somewhere else to chill. If John has a target on us, then we're screwed. And she's just clenching her fist. And so Zeke goes up to two more people. Little girl with like green hair and like little pigtails. And like Holden with brown hair, light brown hair. So you two are planning on sticking around, huh? That's totally fine with me, but I'm gonna need you to tell me who you are. And then Remy just, Zeke! Get out. Oh, I must have read your flyer incorrectly. Because I'm pretty sure it said something like, everybody is welcome? You're really gonna take that back on opening day? And kick me out like this? And she was glaring. How are members supposed to trust you? And she pokes him, and he's just like, huh? And she electrocutes him. Don't play games with me, Zeke. Yes, we do welcome everyone. Because regardless of rank, reputation, or what they've done in the past, everyone deserves a chance to feel safe. But If anyone walks in here with the intention to threaten or hurt others, I won't hesitate to remove them. You will not be taking any names today, or ever. Now get out! And he just and he gets up. And he walks out like a bitch. Whoa, she actually kicked him, even though he's a high ranker. Well, the flyer did say ranks don't matter. Wait, so we're good to stay, right? John won't find out about us? And the door closes shut, and just Just a bunch of washed up royals. You think you could treat me like this? I'll show you. I'll make sure John crushes this place. UnOrdinary, episode 201, end. He's going back to John empty-handed. Honestly, it's making me sad that John is fucking making Zeke. It's funny. It's funny that Zeke is John's bitch. It's funny. But it's very foolish on John's part because Zeke's twisting everything, as we've seen. So, yeah. I don't know. Zeke and Cecile will definitely turn on John. They're going to turn on John. But thing about that, Sia, is that as far as we're aware, the members of Ember aren't getting amplified. They're supposed to already be strong enough to handle their own. They're the type that doesn't need amplifiers, so I don't think Zeke would even be allowed to join Ember. I'm pretty sure they would just be like, you want to join us? You're fucking weak. Stab. But absolutely, he's going back empty-handed, and he's going to suffer for it. Anyway, I do think it was cool that Remy stepped up. That was cool to see. I do like that Blyke was going to step up, but Arlo stopped him. And I like that Remy took charge for once. She was in control. And plus, it's just always nice to see Zeke get his ass handed to him. That was fun. That was very fun. Well, turning on John just cause hospital. Yes, but I'm not sure actually. He'll definitely. Mike, you keep this shit up. You keep this shit up, Mike. I swear to God, I will purge you. But yeah. I think Cecile and Zeke turning on John, they're both going to get their asses handed to them. Or they're going to team up with everyone else to take John down. But I will say this. Seeing Blyke's reaction to what John is doing, it is getting me curious. I do think at this point he has 2 amplifiers. He has 2 shots of juice in him. Or with him. I think Blyke is going to start taking those amplifiers and getting to fight John. Because right now he doesn't stand. We saw what was Lennon's level. Let's go back a few chapters. Oh no. Also, Blyke didn't go to Doc today for the scar. But it is healing on his own, which is cool to see. But he did not go to Doc for help. That's interesting to see. So yeah. So, Blyke is still absolutely no match for John. He's barely a high tier at level 5. and he suffered greatly. Uru has said in the past, the gap between just a 1 point value in levels for high tiers is much vaster than it would be between Blyke and Ison for Blyke's old level. Presumably, Ison was able to hold his own against Blyke. They had a few, maybe they had like a kind of an even split between matches, who the victor was. Maybe Blyke clearly had the favor because he was a few levels higher than Ison. But we saw Blyke almost get killed. Now, granted, Lennon did have backup. He did have backup in the form of Radix. But Lennon's level was 5.3, and Blyke was at level 5 that time, during that fight, supposedly. I don't think he shot up in level that fight. I think he's been 5 for a while, or rather, Uru confirmed that he's a high tier now. But we saw the great vastness in their power. Blyke was clearly able to put up a good fight, but he was still about to get killed. Anyway, I do think Blyke is going to take those enhancements. Do you know which chapter that was, Animation? Because I know when he was talking to Arlo, he said Blyke can do a lot more with his ability than Blyke. Or he said Ison can do a lot more with his ability than Blyke can do with his own. But yeah. So guys, the safe house went off with success. It went off with a success for first day. Granted, we don't really know what happened. Maybe it's going to be a skip, or maybe we are going to see more of it next week. But I think after this, the only thing that's supposed to happen this week, I think, Uru can always add more shit, but I think what's supposed to happen this week for big events in UnOrdinary is Arlo having coffee with his aunt. And us getting that reveal like, oh my god, it's Vulcan! Planet Vulcan! But yeah. Let's see. But yeah. Also, fuck cunt face. I can understand Sarah in the back reading books because she wasn't up for being a council member of the safe house. She's just hanging out there because it's a safe place, so she's just chilling. And Sarah's always been a recluse. But Elaine just being like, I'm gonna read next to my friend Sarah. It's like, bitch, get your fucking ass up there if you want to act like all high and mighty. If you want to act like you're one of the royals, then fucking get up there. Oh, a tweet from Uru. Oh, this is for episode 88. No, 198. But yeah, Uru worked hard on episode 198, guys. Go read that if you haven't already. Read it again. Read it again. It's still a great episode. But yeah, that's going to be it for this week, guys. Question of the week. Question of the week. Question of the week. Question of the. Oh no, Tamura. No, I don't want John to hit her queen. No, Evie, why? It's sad. I wanted John and Evie to be friends. But alas, they're not. Oh well. But anyway. Question of the week. Let's see. Questione of the week. Do you guys think? No, we did that one. Oh, well, last week I did ask if you guys thought Vaughn was on the good side or bad, and a lot of you who did answer the question said you're thinking on the side of good. But we don't know. So, going forward. But what are you... I keep saying shit that's not relevant to what I'm about to say. Question of the week. Question of the week. What's the question of the week? Mm. So, question of the week. Question of the week. Do you guys think we'll get to see Cecile versus Blake soon? Because Blake's climbing up in levels when we still don't know how strong Cecile is. We know that she's weaker than Remy. And Remy, I believe, is a 5.4. She's 5.4, meaning Cecile has to be between a 5 and a 5.3. Now, do you guys think we're going to get to see Jack versus Jack next week? Because I think... No, not next week. Absolutely not next week. Soon. Do you guys think we're going to get to see Jack versus Jack soon? Which I think would be an epic fight. And we would finally get Cecile's ability, goddammit. Hopefully. Uru. Anyway... Let me know if you guys would want to see that down the line. But until then, that was it for the weekly reaction brought to you by FastPass. But not really. Webtoons, come on, hit me up. What's up? Honestly, it is hard to say without knowing John's current level. We clearly know that he was a 7 by the time he left New Boston. And it's hard to say, you know, it's really difficult to determine what his current ability level is. So I have never tried to put in work or declare what his ability level is. Now, granted, I do think he could potentially match Sarah's level. I think he could be an 8. I think that's reasonably possible. But I do think he could also maybe be 7.9 or 7.8. What I like about John and Sarah's relationship is that they've both been the same throughout the story. They've both had the same... No, they've not had the same development. Rather, they have, but kind of like in a reverse order. And like Sarah realized when going through his records, every achievement that they both made, they made not at the same time, but at the same time age-wise. Sarah became the strongest student. Sarah reached level 2 by her second year as Wellston, whereas John also reached level 7 by his second year at New Boston. He became the top royal, as did she. They became the rulers of the school. There's a lot of similarities that have been going on between John and Sarah, so I think maybe not him being the exact same level as Sarah was at a level 8, but I do think being around that area, 7.9 or 7.8 would be fitting for John. Now, granted, Blake is currently a level 5, and we did the math last week, or we did the math when it happened. If Blake takes those enhancements, he will get a half his level increase and bump up to 7.5. Now, I think it would clearly still go to John, I believe, because we've seen that John can copy artificially affected abilities for the same effects. Now, what I mean by that, when the ambushers came to the house, someone asked this question earlier, or a way long time ago, if John had the ability to copy, or if John would be able to copy abilities that have been artificially enhanced. And I think it stands to reason, yes, absolutely. But then that also kind of throws a monkey wrench into the whole thing, where if he knows what the aura is like and has abilities like it, he could probably mimic it. Anyway, what I was going to say. When the intruders came to his apartment in Wellston, this was some information I was going to use for a video way back when, but it's probably not going to come out at this point just because of how terrible I am. Sorry, guys, but I'm going to give you guys like the gist of what I was able to draw from it. When the intruders came, they clearly had something that halved their ability. I say halved because we need to look at it from a mathematics standpoint. This is very basic math that I'm doing. I'm not like the theorizers like Mike in the chat who can do those crazy calculations and everything. But the dampener halves a person's ability level. Why I say that is because if we take a look at the chapter at the Kurovo Mall incident, Aizen stopped a semi-truck with his bare hands. He stopped it from crashing into him and squishing him like a bug. He stopped that, and Aizen is a 4.4 or 4.3. He's 4.4. Aizen is a 4.4. Now, when the intruders came, clearly John didn't get he didn't have his passive. Neither did Arlo. John didn't have his passive because we know he said, why didn't I sense their aura when they intruded? Or when they got in? He lost his passive because he wasn't a high tier anymore. Let's see. So, if we're going to go off of what his power was, John would have been at a 3.5 if he was level 7, or at level 7. With his ability halved, he would have been stuck at 3.5 for a bit. Now this is also interesting, actually. So, I just did the math with John being at a 7.8. The ability level I said I feel like would be reasonable for him to be at. Divided by 2, divided by half, he would be at a 3.9 ability level. Again, weaker than Aizen. Both Arlo's and John's barriers, when they were trying to subjugate the van, they were crushed by that van. Now, I'm willing to say that it broke out of John's barrier with a lot more effort than it did Arlo's. And so if we look at it from that perspective, the dampeners shortened their abilities by half. I keep saying that. Jesus. Shortened their abilities by half, meaning that they were weaker. And clearly, John knew what Arlo's aura was like. He knew it was a level 6.3, I think, is Arlo's level. So it should reasonably be... So, considering that his ability was also dampened, but he can only copy the dampened ability level, I think it's safe to say let's go with corrupted. With artificially corrupted ability, I think it stands to reason that John would still be able to copy from the level the user currently is. If he fought Alana or Lance or Waldo, not Lance. If he fought Alana, Lennon, or Waldo, I think he very could have easily copied their high tier level. Alana wasn't a high tier. Neither was Waldo. I think he very could have copied their enhanced drug amplified ability level. Why did we get on this? Oh, right. So back to Blake. If Blake takes the enhancements, he'll get to a 7.5 if he stays a level 5 for the time being. If he still gets stronger, if Blake goes up 2 levels, let's check that. Check that. If Blake goes up just 2 points in level, gets to 5.2, he will be a 7.8 on the ability scale. He'll be a 7.8. So yeah. Now granted, we don't actually know the full extent of John's aura. Clearly, he's gotten a lot stronger without the help of Claire. We don't really know what John's level is right now. But I do think if Aizen stays at level 5, takes the enhancements, bumps up to 7.5, I think the match still goes to John because John can copy enhanced abilities. I think it'll be a lot harder to copy Blake's ability. It'll be different. It's different than what it is. It'll also be a lot higher of a level. Like Remy speculated, it's probably not as easy for him to copy high tier ability. No. Maybe he can't handle too many high tier abilities. The highest ability that John has copied up to this point that we've seen is Arlo's at 6.5. Granted, we didn't necessarily see an enhanced version of that barrier yet, and we still haven't. But I do think an enhanced barrier would be able to help out a lot. And also, I think a Goku Vegeta battle between like basically like a Saiyan Kamehameha battle between Blyke and John, where both of them are just crazy powerful. I think that'd be badass, actually. And Uru's clearly a fan of Dragon Ball Z. But yeah, kind of a tangent there. Sorry about that, guys. But anyway, yeah. Are you talking about Dit? Are you talking about John or Blyke? But yeah, so put that down in the comments, guys. Do you think Blyke and Cecile will be fighting soon? I think it's likely. Jack versus Jack. Give us Cecile's ability, Uru. Give us Holden's ability. Give us people's abilities already. Give us number 9. Show us Aurelia. Is that her name? I don't know. Oriel? I don't know. Anyway, that'll probably be a video in the future. Maybe. Don't know. But until then, guys, hope you guys enjoyed tonight's stream. And as always, see you guys next time. See you, Space Cowboy.